So prior to E3, I had big hopes for a lot of new characters in Super Smash Bros. For Switch. Now, after E3, we know that instead of creating a bunch of new characters with new mechanics, they're just taking literally every single old character in existence and just perfecting their mechanics. So, we know we're not getting a whole lot of new characters. I think we'll probably get one or two more announced before launch, and maybe some DLC characters in 2019 and maybe even 2020, but yeah, not a whole lot of new characters at launch. One thing we do know we're getting a lot of, though, is assist trophies. Brawl actually only had about 27 of these, Smash 4 had 39, and at the E3 Treehouse this year, Nintendo confirmed that in the final build of this game, it'll have over 50 assist trophies. Coming out of E3, we still only know about 30 of these that are confirmed so far, so that leaves about 20 that we don't know about yet. Now, I'm sure there's gonna be some recycled ones from previous games that'll make an appearance, but I'd also be really surprised if we didn't get any brand new assist trophies out of those 20 that we don't know about yet. And in this video, I'll be discussing my likely candidates that I'd personally like to see make an appearance. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is currently the top 7th selling game on the Nintendo Switch. We didn't get Rex as a playable character announced at E3, but I still think there's a pretty good chance that'll happen before launch, and if not, I definitely think he'll be a DLC character. Either way though, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 needs some type of representation in this game, and what better way than through an assist trophy. Now, this was kind of a close call at first between Poppy and Tora, or Dromark and Naya, but personally, I think that Dromark and Naya would definitely stand out the most. I'm imagining the two performing a Dark Maelstrom attack with both of them kind of jumping around and attacking a single area. Naya with her twin rings and Dromark with some elemental water attacks. Sort of similar to how the Cat and Anna assist trophies work in the existing games. I could honestly see Rex and Pyra/Mithra being an assist trophy as well, but I really hope not because they really could make a cool and unique playable character by themselves. Xenoblade 2 needs some type of assist trophy in this game, and I think that Dromark and Naya are the perfect candidates. When I was originally brainstorming the different stages that I would like to see in Super Smash Bros. For Switch, I was picturing this Breath of the Wild stage that was themed around the central Hyrule area from Breath of the Wild, and if you're not sure what I'm talking about, it's this field area directly underneath Hyrule Castle. It's just this big open field with seemingly hundreds of guardians wandering around. It was one of my most memorable places that I remember from Breath of the Wild. But now we know that instead of that type of stage, we're getting the Great Plateau Tower, which is pretty cool. I'm excited about that, but I doubt that they'll double dip with the Breath of the Wild stages. But originally when I was thinking of that central Hyrule stage, I was picturing a stage hazard where a guardian would come and then storm across the screen from one end to the other, then storm across to the left maybe instead of right, and then towards the end just plop itself in the middle and home onto people with its lasers, just like in the real games. I thought this would be a really cool stage hazard, but instead of a stage hazard, I also think it could be a really cool assist trophy. I know it sounds a little overpowered, but I don't think it would be any more overpowered than something like the Mother Brain or Andross is already. We know that we're already getting a lot of Breath of the Wild and just Zelda stuff in general in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and I definitely think it's likely that we'll get a brand new assist trophy here as well. Kirby has always been a huge part of Super Smash Bros., and since Brawl, even his two best friends have been there right alongside with him. A lot of people were speculating that we might see his fourth star ally, being Bandana Waddle Dee, added as a playable character, but after E3, we're starting to get further and further away from that truth. Instead, I personally think that Bandana Waddle Dee would be a perfect assist trophy. I'm imagining the trophy as working almost identically to the Knuckle Joe assist trophy, who's already confirmed to be in the game, where he produces a flurry of quick attacks directly in front of him before performing a stronger smash attack to end it off. I also wish that this character would just be playable, but I think it's much more likely that he just gets an assist trophy. In my original Smash character predictions video, I predicted that one of the ARMS characters might have a final Smash attack where they call down Headlock from the sky, he attaches to them, and then they perform that big exploding ball rush attack that Headlock performs in the original ARMS game. Now, a month or so later, when we're not even sure if ARMS is getting any representation whatsoever, I'm starting to think it might be more likely that we just get some sort of assist trophy, and the coolest one I think would happen would be a Headlock assist trophy. This could be a super unique assist trophy where he comes down and locks himself onto a random player and either takes control of them for a short amount of time and attacks other players, or just enhances their moveset with extra arms. Either way could be really cool. This isn't really like any other assist trophy that we've seen before, and it could be really neat, I think. Like I said, I really hope that we get some type of ARMS representation in Smash Ultimate, and an assist trophy would be the perfect introduction, maybe before we get an official ARMS DLC character next year. The Sonic franchise doesn't have a whole lot to do with Nintendo, but the addition of Knuckles in Smash Ultimate shows that Sega is definitely willing to license out more characters than just Sonic and Shadow. When I was originally thinking of additional characters that could be assist trophies from the Sonic franchise, my mind immediately went to Tails because he's sort of the last of Sonic's main cohorts that could make an appearance, but what I think could be a lot more interesting and a lot more unique is Dr. Eggman. Dr. Robotnik is the primary villain in nearly every single Sonic game in existence and is arguably just as iconic as the game's primary protagonists. Robotnik could be similar to how Bomberman is going to work, flying around in his ship and dropping bombs at random points on the stage, similar to a lot of the boss fights that the character's been featured in his original games. Like I said, Sonic isn't historically just a Nintendo character, but Smash Bros. In recent years has been not only a crossover game for Nintendo characters, but also just the greatest video game characters of all time, and Dr. Robotnik is by far one of the best. The Splatoon 2 Octo expansion has only been out for about a month at the time of this recording, but the Octolings themselves have been in the game since its first iteration, and what Octoling has become more famous at this point than Agent 8? Originally, I really wanted some alternate costumes for the Inkling kids, but we've already seen at least 8 alternate costumes already just for the Inklings themselves, so I don't think it's likely that they get Octoling skins. Instead, I think Agent 8 could be an assist trophy and just travel back and forth across the map in her octopus form through some ink to each side of the map and just pop up with random weapons to attack random players. This would look similar to how the Inklings work, but just with a more specific pattern, and of course it'd be an AI instead of a real person. Like I said, the Octo expansion is still fresh in people's minds, but the Octolings have always been a big part of Splatoon and definitely deserve a spot as an assist trophy. The Donkey Kong series goes hand in hand with Mario as one of the most iconic Nintendo franchises of all time. Diddy Kong has of course been a playable character in Super Smash Bros. For quite a few years now, but what's weird is that no other characters from this universe have been made into an assist trophy as of yet. A couple characters that I think would be cool are Candy Kong, but I think she would be more suited to an alternate costume for Diddy Kong. I also think Funky Kong could make a cool assist trophy, seeing as he was pretty popular as of late for his inclusion in Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, but I think the most likely and coolest candidate here is Cranky Kong. Cranky Kong was actually just included recently in the DLC for Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle, and he's also been in nearly every Donkey Kong game in existence. He's also just got some cool moves that I think would make him very unique amongst the other trophies. Just like he does in Tropical Freeze, Cranky could hop around on enemy players' heads with his cane just like a pogo stick for a short amount of time, and then maybe end his performance with a powerful smash attack. Donkey Kong characters are always likely to get representation in these games, which is why I think Cranky Kong will definitely be hopping around in Ultimate. So assist trophies might be super overpowered, and of course they're never going to be viable in competitive play, but what I think is cool about them is that their inclusion helps some characters who might not have had a chance whatsoever to be in Smash get some sort of representation in the games, even if it's just something small. Let me know your thoughts and predictions for what assist trophies we might see in Smash Ultimate down in the comments. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed, and subscribe to my channel for the latest Switch content available. This has been Max from Max Culture, and thank you so much for watching.